Okay, I'd like to show you now the Apex system and the handset types that are available with it. So just using the two different handsets here, we've got an audio handset, a video handset, and we have a hands-free version, which we'll come to in a moment. So the way the system will work is that you make a call for the entrance panel. If you press the number, it will then self-call, so it auto dials. If you then make a secondary call, that will then come up call waiting until the original call is cancelled. So you see now this is saying call waiting. When we cancel this one, this call will then go through to that flat. So where you've got a perimeter environment, there's no one is really waiting too long to use the system. So firstly we have the EV Plus handset, and then we have the ED handset, the video and audio handsets. Okay, as you know, it's EV Plus has 3 buttons here. We have a privacy button which turns the phone off. We have a CB button which usually would call the concierge, and we have the door open button. We are able to do a concierge version of the audio handset, although it's very rare that's used because most concierge systems would be video. With the privacy button on the EV and on the audio handset, it is a timed button, so once it's been pressed, it will then reset itself after 8 hours or whatever time you've determined. It's between 2 and 12 hours. The CB button would usually be configured to call the concierge, who would then call you back at their leisure. It can, however, be programmed to activate a relay. So, for example, you could be opening a vehicle gate, or you may be making a beacon flash if you've got a barrier gate, that kind of environment. The door open button is quite self-explanatory. It unlocks the door. With the door open button, there is a little feature that if you was to press the button down, hold it down, sellotape it down anyway, until it had been released, the handset would not unlock the door. So it's an anti-lockdown circuit. Times gone by, people did used to try to wedge the buttons in to let anybody into the building. That can't happen nowadays. Just on the functionalities of this system, you are able to put this into a self-ring mode. So where you've got issues with the amount of cables you've got going to the flat, or the handset is being used as a multiple handset, more than one in the flat, what you can do is press and hold the privacy button, and after 4 seconds it will take you into the setup mode. There we go. So at this point you can choose different ringtones. We have here ringtone 2, which would be our standard. Ringtone 3. Okay. I'll count through them, but you have 6 options. Okay. We're then back to external ringtone. That indicates that the ringtone is coming in on the BZ wire of the actual handset connections. We then have ringtone number 1 and ringtone number 2. Once you're happy with the ringtone, you press the door open button, lift the handset, put it down again, and that is then saved. So where you're using multiple handset, you do need to set it to that mode, the self-call mode. Secondly on that, you have got a little button in there to go into the engineering versions. So underneath the handset, there's 6 holes. The bottom middle one has a secret button in it. If you press and hold that for 2 seconds, it will take you into a screen where you have options to set the brightness, the contrast, the colour, and the strength of the backlight. It's very, very rare we have to touch them, but if it was in a strange environment, you've got adjustments there to do so if you wish. I'll just now make a call to the handset, and we shall see it in use. There we go. So now you see the video picture coming in. At this point, you've got the option to open the door to your tenant. If you don't wish to, you can leave the phone ringing, or you can press the privacy to cancel a call down. You can pick the phone up and open the door at that stage. The audio system will do exactly the same thing, however you obviously do not get a video picture. Okay, I'd like to show you now the Apex Vogue handset. As you can see, it's the same as any other handset on the range. You make a call and the receiver displays the image. At this point you can decide to answer the handset by picking up the phone there, and then you can decide to open the door for the caller or simply hang up. In this case we're going to open the door. At this point now the system can be configured that the system hands itself up, the call cancels down, or the tenant can decide to cancel the call down. We have also got in there a privacy button which turns the handset off, and a circular button which is usually used for calling the concierge. It does have other abilities such as programming a relay to maybe open a vehicle gate or flash a beacon. You are also able to adjust the volume. So during a call, the plus and minus symbols will adjust the speech volume. When a call's not being made, they actually adjust the ringtone volume. So once you've set it desired level, when a call then comes in, it will be set at that volume.